Cristiano Ronaldo's career is often described as a marvel of human engineering, a testament to fierce discipline, privileged genetics, and an almost scientific obsession with maintaining the body at peak performance. However, even the most well-oiled machines are subject to wear and tear, and the topic of injuries has become, in recent years, a central point of discussion among analysts, sports physicians, and fans around the globe. When speaking of injury, in Cristiano Ronaldo's context, it is not merely an isolated medical event, but a phenomenon carrying profound sporting, financial, and emotional implications, especially considering his recent venture as a partial owner of UD Almeria. At any sign of physical discomfort from the Portuguese star, the football world pauses, not only out of concern for the athlete but due to the systemic impact his absence could generate across multiple fronts. Over more than 2 decades of career at the highest level, Ronaldo has maintained impressive physical availability. Unlike many contemporaries whose careers were shortened by chronic muscular problems or severe joint injuries, CR7 built a reputation for durability. However, his history is not without episodes. Early in his Manchester United career, there were heart concerns that were surgically resolved, allowing his triumphant return. Moving to Real Madrid, knee and thigh injuries were moments of mandatory pause that tested his mental resilience. Each return was marked by an adaptation of his playing style, transitioning from a dribbling winger to a finishing striker, a tactical evolution that also served as a physical preservation measure. Now, at 39 years old, acting in the final stretch of his on-field trajectory and assuming executive responsibilities in Spain, any news about his physical condition takes on amplified proportions. The physiology of athletic aging is relentless. After age 35, muscle recovery capacity decreases, bone density may undergo changes, and the risk of repetitive strain injuries increases significantly. For a player who demands maximum intensity from his body in official matches, the margin for error is minimal. Within the Almeria project context, where Ronaldo is not just a player but an investor holding 25% of the shares, an injury ceases to be merely a medical department issue and becomes a matter of corporate governance. The valuation of the club's shares on social media, increased sponsor interest, and fan morale are intrinsically linked to the presence and performance of its biggest star and owner. A prolonged absence could, theoretically, slow the momentum of the CR7 Almeria brand's growth, requiring efficient crisis management from the board. The media impact of a Cristiano Ronaldo injury is instant and global. On social media, where the club has already experienced the CR7 effect, with a follower surge, any update on his health tends to dominate trending topics. Fan concern transcends club boundaries. There is universal respect for his longevity. When news of physical discomfort circulates, the narrative splits between those who fear premature decline and those who trust in his miraculous recovery capacity. This constant attention places additional pressure on the medical team. Treatment privacy is difficult to maintain, and every step of rehabilitation is scrutinized by experts and laypeople alike on social platforms. The club must balance the transparency needed to calm the market with protecting the athlete's privacy during his healing process. From a technical standpoint, adapting the squad to Ronaldo's absence is a tactical challenge. Almeria's playing system was designed, in part, to maximize the Portuguese player's characteristics. His withdrawal requires immediate repositioning of pieces, which may expose weaknesses that were hidden by his dominant presence. For a club seeking return to the first division, consistency is key. Injuries disrupt competitive rhythm, not only for the player but for the team that must constantly readjust. Squad depth thus becomes a vital strategic asset. Investing in a qualified bench is a risk mitigation measure that Ronaldo's management will likely prioritize, understanding that excessive dependence on a single figure, even if it is himself, is an operational risk. Cristiano Ronaldo's recovery has historically been based on cutting-edge protocols. Cryotherapy, hydrotherapy, personalized nutrition, and rigorous rest are pillars of his regimen. Technology plays a crucial role in this process. Constant monitoring of training load, biomechanical analysis, and injury prevention are areas where Ronaldo's personal investment has been significant. Within the Almeria context, it is plausible to expect these methodologies to be implemented in the club's structure, benefiting not only the owner but the entire squad. Modernizing the training center to include state-of-the-art recovery equipment would be a tangible legacy of his tenure, raising the standard of athlete care at the institution. Psychologically, dealing with injuries in the final phase of a career is a test of character. For a born competitor like Ronaldo, being unable to play is a source of intense frustration. The mind must work as hard as the body during rehabilitation. Maintaining focus, avoiding anxiety about returning, and trusting the medical process are mental challenges. The experience accumulated over 20 years works in the player's favor. He has faced similar adversities and overcome them. This mental resilience is transmitted to the locker room, serving as an example for younger players who also deal with their own pains and limitations. Ronaldo's leadership manifests not only on the pitch but in how he manages his own vulnerability, showing that even the greatest idols are human and subject to the laws of biology. The financial aspect of an injury also cannot be ignored. In modern football, athlete insurance is complex and substantial. For a club like Almeria, which is undergoing financial restructuring, the availability of its primary asset is crucial for cash flow generated by merchandising and ticket sales. A long-term injury could impact quarterly revenue projections, requiring budget adjustments. Conversely, the narrative of overcoming adversity can, paradoxically, maintain fan engagement. The story of a triumphant return is a powerful archetype in sports. If managed correctly, the phased recovery timeline can be transformed into documentary content, keeping the brand warm even with the athlete off the field. Looking to the future, the issue of injuries accelerates reflection on post-career life. Each forced stoppage is a reminder of the finiteness of active playing time. For Ronaldo, who is already building his business empire, this is not necessarily negative. Focus can gradually shift from the pitch to the offices of CR7 Sports Investments and UD Almeria Management. An injury, though competitively undesirable, could serve as a catalyst for this natural transition. The long-term vision of investor Ronaldo understands that the club must survive and thrive beyond the player's career. Structuring Almeria to be independent of CR7's physical presence on the field is one of the most important strategic objectives of his management. In summary, discussing injuries in Cristiano Ronaldo's context means analyzing the intersection of biology, business, and emotion. It is recognizing that behind the invincible image exists a human body requiring constant care. Within the UD Almeria ecosystem, the health of the player owner is a barometer of project stability. Fans, investors, and media observe every step, every training session, and every medical statement with heightened attention. The universal hope is that science and Ronaldo's discipline prevail, allowing him to continue contributing to football, whether as a performer of plays or as an architect of the club's future. Injury, whether real or feared, serves as a powerful reminder that legacy is not built merely in the absence of problems, but in the magnificent way one deals with them when they arise. Football waits, with respect and admiration, for the next chapter in this journey of resilience and triumph.